the Toyota Finance TR86. It's round one of their championship and final race for the weekend. Blew it in the 66. The Mobile 186 has been the fastest, and he absolutely nails the start. That's a cracker. Scott should get across to second comfortably. Callum Quinn back in third. He's been second in all of the races we've had so far this weekend. Using the curbs, trusting the Michelin tyres.
Big moment for Scott coming down at the end of the straight here. He's obviously had ABS issues all round.
Whoa! Bruce Tomlinson. Keep it off the wall, Bruce. Good job. New Zealander lives in Sydney. His teammate nearly sideswipes the medical car. That could have been awkward. Here we go, turn 5. No lock up for Scott. Oh, Yardley's got his hands here quite full right now with, I think that was Matty Hamilton that he was fighting with. Oh no, there goes Callum Cross. He's going to lose a lot of time there running wide at turn 6. It's going to feel like a lifetime for that car to build up its momentum again. They don't have a huge amount of horsepower. They run the same motor that you get on the street. So we check out what happened here at the start.
Cold tyres there. He's just come around. I think he's got on the gas on the cold tyres and power down and lost it.
So they got enough power to get you into trouble. That's the good thing. They handle very well. Let's check it out once again. They do run the 2-litre 4-cylinder Subaru, as it's called over here, motor. And but it is bolted into this very good Toyota that runs extremely well, very reliable. You can use it for other events as well, like Targas and endurance racing, which a few of these fellas do.
Yeah, we've had competitors that bought cars for the first season that have done Targas and gone very well in them.
So we're hearing that car 9, Tiff Chittenden's going to get a penalty for starting the race out of her grid spot. So 10 seconds will get added to her race time, which is disappointing. So that might see her drop back a few. She needs to open up a big gap on Thomas Stokes and Caleb Cross.
Ryan Yardley there on the outside of Mike Lightfoot. Going to run out of room there. He does the good thing. Great racecraft there. Pulls in. Live to fight another day.
Yardley's been impressive on debut. 17 years of age. And Lightfoot, the man they call Buzz, has a lot more experience in racing cars. So probably a good guy to follow around for a few laps. Learn the lines. Blew it leading comfortably. Michael Scott doing a good job. He's been fast all weekend, but ABS has been letting him down. John Penny in fourth in the Penny Holmes TRD 86, just keeping out of trouble.
He's another one that only did about 20 laps prior to this round, so yeah, to be running where he is, he's doing a great job.
Second of the Canvets car. It's the Tiger liveried one. We've got the Tiger and the leopard print. Don't usually see that on race cars. So Blewett, Scott, Quinn, Penny and Lightfoot, your top 5. Blewett just set the fastest lap. A 1:15.9. Here comes Yardley from downtown. That's using the ABS. Get it stopped.
Matthew Hamilton now just checking in. He's right on Lightfoot and he'll be looking for an opportunity down at the bottom corner here.
So you need to get a good exit out of this hairpin to carry your momentum and speed the whole way back, almost to turn 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw with Bruce, they've got enough power to get you into trouble, but they're not overpowered, so you need to carry all the speed you can, and getting out of that corner, like you say, is critical.
In so many ways, they're like go-karts, in the fact that, one, they've got great handling, they're light, they're grippy, but they don't have huge amounts of power, so if you make mistakes, it costs you. You need to keep that momentum going. Here comes Hamilton, looks to the inside of Lightfoot, not going to happen there.
We have actually found that the young guys coming out of karting, it's been quite a natural progression. You know, often the natural step is Formula Ford or something like that, and it is quite different from a kart, but the cars, the 86 cars with the slick tyre are actually quite a good car to learn in.
Gee, they bite hard when they let go, don't they? We've seen a couple guys this weekend, particularly the youngsters, with not much racing experience. When a slick tyre on a car that's this grippy lets go and this stiffly sprung, you can get sent off the racetrack quickly. Hamilton wants to rail the outside line. Yes. Hang tough. And gets the move made. That's a cracking pass. Another move around the outside.
He's liking that spot, and it's a move that relies on the guy on the inside, but fortunately he's making it work.
Oh, that's tight. It's Jacob Smith now going around the outside, so Buzz has been passed by two guys on the high line. That's frustrating.
Now Kenny Smith sniffing around, so it's a great thing with a field like this, so close, and you make one mistake and you can potentially go back 2 or 3 spots.
74 years old, world champion of New Zealand motorsport, has raced in just about every category you have over here.
And he's absolutely loving it. You'd think he'd won a race when he comes in. He's just absolutely loving being out in the 86.
He's competed in the New Zealand Grand Prix so many times. And look at this. He said everyone else has passed Buzz around the outside. I might just try that one myself. Turn 1 probably wasn't the spot for it, though. He's competed in 48 New Zealand Grand Prix. Just remarkable.
And it's not through lack of trying that he hasn't got to 50 as well. In the last couple of years, he's been trying to get a drive. So if there's an opportunity, he'll be there.
He's helped young drivers get to the top. Names like Dixon, Van Gisbergen have seeked his advice over the beginning of their careers.
I've been really impressed with Jacob Smith this weekend. He's done a great job with not much experience going in.
We'll be halfway home at the end of this lap. This guy hasn't, apart from the opening lap of race 2, seen much of the rest of the field. He has been sublime. 3rd season in this category. It's the 3rd season of this category, so he's been there for all of it. And here he is, leading the way beautifully.
Yardley just hunting John Penny there, looking for any opportunities. We've got Tiffany right in behind Paul Kelly there, doing a good job. She's got the penalty, obviously, so she needs to hustle and try and get a bit of a gap, but she's doing a great job.
We know Kelly's experience across a multitude of classes. He even featured running back in the Australian GT Championship back in Australia this year. He's been running in the Central Muscle cars this weekend. Out in front of Tiffany. Tiffany from a karting background. This is her first full-time tilt at a championship in cars. The first-time rookie behind her as well. Smith and Lightfoot, this battle continues. Kenny Smith, that is.
Lightfoot wise to the outside move there, had that covered.
Kenny thinks that he's committed to this high line working for him. So much grip offered from this Michelin slick tyre that you can do it. You wouldn't dare try that on a street tyre. But every time he goes off the racing line, he ruins his momentum and drops back.
He does, and Lightfoot got that jump out of the corner, which sort of saves him for the end of the straight. So Kenny will get it. He's been around here a few times.
Looking forward to seeing this category in Australia next year. Toyota Australia have put up 150 grand's worth of prize money as well. So fantastic stuff. The winner of this series will get to drive in our Toyota 86 series back in Australia.
Yeah, and I know that the guys are really excited about that. That's been something that's got a few of the guys over the line with competing in the championship, is that opportunity to go to Aussie and race at Bathurst.
Yeah, they've offered a free drive for whoever wins this championship at Bathurst next year, when the 86ers support the V8 Supercars in next year's Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. It's John Penny fighting off Yardley, who's managed to find some speed here, but he's back in 5th. This battle's still going on.
You would think at 74 years of age he might tire, but he just won't go away. He'll hustle Mike Lightfoot, and one mistake and he'll be through.
He's pretty race fit. This time Lightfoot's on the defensive. Not determined to show Kenny Smith half a chance. Yardley all over the back of Penny. So there will be small differences between this car that we see racing here and the one that we will see in Australia. Different roll cages, different tyres, slight modifications here and there, but the heart of the series will be the same. Look at Yardley really pouring the pressure on now.
Yeah, Ryan Yardley's driving really smart. You know, he's not putting himself in any situations where he could come to grief. Hasn't been game enough to put it on the outside yet, but he's collected a lot of points and a lot of miles under his belt for the weekend, so he'll be really chuffed, and if he can bring it home, they'll be really happy going into round 2.
Where is he going to get this move made? His exit down at turn 4 is not quite as good as Penny. So John Penny able to keep the 22 in front down at turn 5. Penny has featured in racing in Australia as well, raced at Sydney Motorsport Park for the first ever Rensport event. He shared the car with Craig Baird in Carrera Cup on that occasion. To name drop another famous Kiwi for you, Mr. Porsche himself.
Callum Quinn in the off-season has been doing some endurance driving in his 86. So only a short race, but to see him coming on at the end of the race isn't a surprise, and he'll push Scott.
Let's see how Callum gets on. He's been second in the previous 2 races, just 19 years of age, and already this is his 3rd season of running in the 86s. Tertiary education student based in Auckland. He started karting 10 years ago, tender age of just 9 years old. So already a decade of racing under his belt at just 19.
Yeah, a veteran at 19 years old.
He's going to need all that experience to get around Michael Scott, that's ahead of him. Scott given this drive after testing the car, one of 3 youngsters to have a go in car 17, but he was picked by the Care Vets New Zealand Scholarship to drive this car.
And there's car number 2. So the scholarship was only ever going to be 1 car, and they went and did the shootout, and Care Vets were so excited about the whole thing that along came a 2nd car, and Ryan Yardley had the opportunity. So great story that.
And Daniel Gaunt there watching the testing happening, and here goes Yardley now. Confident move, but the crisscross might be on here.
John Penny was onto that straight away.
Got a better exit. Oh, here we go. We're going to rub doors as well, are we?
Going to say hello up the hill.
It's a Toyota game of chicken. Usually that used to be the Camry, not the 86. And Penny wins this fight. Yardley has been side by side with a few guys through there. Now, you just watch this. Hamilton's coming for the fight here. There'll be 1 to go this time by.
I've watched Matthew Hamilton for years in go-karts, and he's the opportunist. I've seen him win a national title running 3rd on the last corner. So nothing's out of the question here.
Penny stops and turns the thing in down at turn 4. Meanwhile, Blewett, he's in his own race. But the fight for 2nd is well and truly on. Scott takes the defensive line, and Quinn, like so many have tried before, just sticks around the outside. They'll go side by side through turn 6. Quinn gives him some exit room, but it does not matter, he's there. And he's on for a hat-trick of seconds.
Michael Scott not giving up. He's got the opportunity for the crossover here. If he can get out, it'll be all on come the start-finish line.
Needs to tuck in and hope that he can get a good run through the last few corners. No one is stopping this man. He has been simply sublime. Toyota Finance TR86 New Zealand Championship. Round 1 goes to Ash Blewett. Former E30 champion takes a convincing 3-peat here at Pukekohe. Callum Quinn home for 2nd in all 3 races. And Michael Scott on debut in the series, home for 3rd. Fantastic result for the mechanical engineering student, Chi Yardley. Didn't have a great fight with John Penny the whole way home as Stokes completes his perfect weekend of spins. I think he's had one in every session.
And I think on that lap nearly.
Yeah,
he's done a great job. He hasn't done anything. No motorsport experience, so he's done a great job.
First race ever in cars this weekend. So it's a daunting prospect coming to a place this fast. Is their first round of the championship. Blewett will lead them off to the next round. And he takes a convincing race win, 3.7 seconds ahead of Callum Quinn. Michael Scott home for 3rd, Penny in 4th, Yardley 5th. Oh, Kenny Smith good enough to finish inside the top 10. No surprises there. Alex Sherry didn't get to the start. Bruce Tomlinson, unfortunately, with that lap 1 spin last. Tiff Chittenden should hang on for 12th after she gets her 10-second penalty.